Welcome to this video. Today, I want to share something that completely changed my English learning journey: reading. Many people say reading is powerful, but not everyone understands why. In this video, I will tell you my own story and explain how reading helped me grow step by step. Let's begin. I want to tell you a personal story about how reading became one of the most helpful tools in my English learning journey. It did not happen suddenly. There was no big moment or dramatic change. Everything happened slowly, quietly, and naturally. But when I look back now, I can clearly see how reading changed my confidence, my vocabulary, my grammar, and even the way I think. This is the story of that change. When I first started learning English, I had many problems. I knew some words, but I could not use them in real sentences. I tried different learning methods. I memorized vocabulary lists. I watched grammar videos. I used many mobile apps. Some days I felt motivated, but most days I felt confused. The rules were difficult, the words were many, and my progress felt slow. One day, something simple happened. I decided to buy a small English book. It was a graded reader for beginners, with easy vocabulary and short sentences. The cover looked like a children's book, and honestly, I felt a little embarrassed. But I wanted to try something new, so I opened the first page. The first chapter surprised me. I understood almost everything. For the first time, English did not feel frightening, it felt friendly. That small moment changed my feelings about the language. I decided to continue reading the next day, and the next day, and the next. As I continued reading, something interesting started to happen. My brain began to get comfortable with English. I was not studying grammar rules anymore. I was seeing them in action. I saw how writers used the past tense, how they connected long ideas, and how they described people, feelings, and places. I learned not by memorizing, but by observing. Reading also helped me learn new vocabulary in a very natural way. Instead of studying long and boring lists, I met new words inside real situations. If a new word appeared in a chapter, I could understand it easily because the story gave me clues. When the same word appeared again a few pages later, I remembered it without effort. This was a new experience for me. It made learning feel light and natural. After a few weeks, I noticed that my writing started to change. Before reading, my sentences were short, simple, and sometimes broken. They did not feel like real English, but now, I was using longer expressions without thinking too much. Phrases like "after a few days," "in the evening," "at the same time," or "because of this" started coming to my mind automatically. Reading gave me the rhythm of the language. Something else surprised me. Reading also improved my speaking. Many people believe reading and speaking are not connected. They think reading is passive while speaking is active, so they must be different skills, but that is not true. When you read every day, your brain collects ready-made sentences and expressions. Later, during conversations, these sentences appear in your mind like small gifts. You do not have to search for words. You already know how they sound and how they fit together. Reading makes speaking clearer and more confident. My confidence grew in another way too. Before reading regularly, every English text looked difficult. When I saw a long paragraph, I felt nervous. I thought I would not understand it. But after reading many books, I realized that I did not need to know every single word to understand the general meaning. This realization was important. It removed fear from my learning process. Fear closes the door to learning, but confidence opens it wide. Reading also showed me something deeper. Language is connected to culture. It is not only grammar and vocabulary, it is also stories, emotions, humor, and daily life. Through books, I learned how people introduce themselves, how they talk to friends, how they order food, and how they describe the weather. These small details helped me understand movies, conversations, and real English communication. After some months, something else changed. I started reading not only to learn English, but because I enjoyed it. I wanted to know what would happen to the characters. I wanted to finish the next chapter. I wanted to spend time in that world. Learning became a side effect, not the main goal. And when you enjoy something, your brain learns much faster. There is one special moment I will never forget. I was reading in the evening. The room was quiet and the story was interesting. After some pages, I suddenly realized that I was thinking in English. Not translating from my language, not forcing myself, just thinking. It felt like a quiet victory, small but powerful. Reading also helped me escape the boredom of traditional study. Instead of repeating the same vocabulary exercises, I was learning new words in exciting situations. Instead of memorizing grammar rules, I was watching them work inside stories. Instead of feeling pressure, I felt curiosity. Reading changed the emotional color of my study sessions. Another important lesson reading taught me is patience. Learning a language is not a race, it is a long journey. Reading helped me enjoy the journey. Some days I read 10 pages, some days only one, but I continued. And slowly, the small steps became big progress. That is the beauty of reading. It works quietly but strongly. Today, when someone asks me, how can I improve my English? I always give the same answer. Read. Read something easy, something fun, something that makes you want to continue. It does not have to be a difficult book, it just needs to be interesting. If you enjoy the story, your brain will learn naturally. Reading improves vocabulary. Reading improves grammar. Reading improves speaking. Reading increases confidence. Reading connects you to the culture. Reading makes learning enjoyable. Reading is simple, but powerful. It is one of the most natural ways to grow in a new language. If you read regularly, English will slowly become part of your mind word by word, page by page, and this is how reading changed my English journey. Quietly, slowly, but deeply. Thank you for watching. If you want more simple and inspiring English stories like this, don't forget to follow the channel. Keep reading, keep learning, and keep growing. See you in the next video.